Alright, so welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about Instagram / YouTube hyped up products. These are products that when they first came out, everybody was like, go get it, and when you got it, you either liked it or you didn't. So I do have a lot of good products and I do have a lot of bad products. So yeah, I have them all in this little box in front of me. If you guys want to stick around and see what I'm talking about, then go ahead and keep on watching. Okay, so the first one is the Anastacia brow definer, and this is what I have on my brows today. I actually picked this up 2 days ago and I tried it, you guys, and I do love it. When it first came out, everybody was going crazy over it because the Brow Wiz is like the original brow product for Anastacia in general. So when the brow definer came out, everybody was like, let me go try it, and I really do like this. If you have thick brows, go ahead and get this because it's easy to fill your brows in. But if you have like skinnier brows, I won't recommend this just because it may be a little bit too bulky for your brows. But for me, because I have such bold brows, this is so easy for me and I do love it. The only thing I don't like is the price, $23. I'm probably gonna go through this in like half a month. So yeah, it's a little bit expensive, but I do think it's worth it. Alright, so the next one's the Milani 2-in-1 foundation in the shade Chestnut, and this is what it looks like. You guys can remember when this first came out, everybody was talking about it. I mean, beauty bloggers, non-beauty bloggers, it was on the internet, it was just everywhere. So I was like, you know what, I have to go out and get it. So when I first got this, you guys, I was wearing it all the time. I was just like, yeah, I have my Milani foundation on, you can't tell me nothing. And then over time, I realized like, it does not look good on my skin. I find it a little bit too thick on my skin, and if you're oily, this just makes you even more oilier. And the places you do get oily at, like my T-zone, the foundation breaks apart in those areas. It just did not sit well with my skin, and honestly, I think if you're dry, it may be better for your skin type, but for oily skin girls, I would not recommend this at all. But I will say, when you first apply this, this looks really good on the skin, but throughout the day, it's just a hot mess, okay? Alright, so another Milani product I do want to talk about is their Make It Last setting spray. And honestly, you guys, I will say this is really good. For a drugstore, the price is right. It sets your face beautifully and your foundation always looks good after you spray this. I mean, to be honest with you guys, when this first came out, I could not find it anywhere in any store. It probably took me about a good 2 months to find it anywhere just because it was always sold out. And when I picked it up, you guys, I just loved it completely. It sets your makeup very well. It also prolongs your makeup life and just makes your foundation stay around 16 hours plus. It's just a really good makeup setting spray and I do recommend it. For the price, it's a really good price also. You guys know like setting sprays in the drugstore are usually like $17–18 nowadays. I don't know why they're coming up with these prices, but this is around $10 or $12. I cannot remember, but it's very affordable, very good product, and I do love it. Alright, so moving on to concealers, I do have 3 for you guys, and the first one is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer. You guys already know about this. When this first came out, everybody was always talking about it, and I finally decided to pick it up maybe 2 months ago, and I do love it for underneath the eyes. It does remind me of the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, so I will say that. And the other one is the Sephora, what is this called? Gel Serum Concealer in the shade Truffle, and this is what it looks like. I don't use this underneath my eyes. I use it to contour and bronze my face, and it's so creamy and blends right into the skin. And the last one I do want to touch on is the NARS Soft Matte Concealer in the shade Amande. When this first came out, everybody freaked out because everyone loves the creamy concealer from NARS. But this one, when I first picked it up, I did think I liked it. I'm not sure. But I did notice over time it's a little bit too dry for underneath my eyes. When I first apply it, it's creamy, but just to blend it out, it's a little bit too dry, and I just have a little bit of trouble with it. So I will say if your under eyes are dry, I wouldn't go ahead and pick this up. But besides that, if your under eyes are like moist, I don't know the word, moist? I guess moist, then go ahead and pick this up because I do think it will work for you guys. Alright, so another Sephora product I do want to talk about is their Micro Smooth Powder in the shade Foncé / Deep, and this is what it looks like. I picked this up about a week or 2 ago, and to be honest with you guys, I don't know how I feel about it. I heard a lot of people on YouTube talking about this and how it's a really good powder for setting your foundation. But for me, it does not hold my oils back. It kind of gives me like a filtered look when I put it on, so I do like that, but it doesn't control my oils at all. So it just all depends on what you want in your powder. Do you want it to set your face, or do you want it to control your oils? It just all depends. But besides that, I do think it's a good powder. But for oily skin girls, I don't think I would recommend this, but for everybody else out there, I do think it's a really great powder. Alright, so the next one is from MAC, and this is their Film Noir blush. I do hope you guys remember when this first came out, but everybody went crazy over it. I made sure I went to the store the next day just to pick it up, and when I saw it on the computer, I thought it was like a deep brown chocolate blush, but when I picked it up, it's like a deep purple blush. So I was like, how am I gonna make this work on the skin? And this is what it looks like. Also swatch, I've got to show you guys what it looks like. But it's a very deep purple blush. I didn't know how I was gonna make it work, but it does work as a contour blush. Will I say I love it? I won't say I love it. I think it's a good blush if you want to contour just a little bit, or if you're darker than me. But I did notice if I use it as a contour, like very lightly, it does work on my skin. I think this is beautiful for darker skin girls. This will look so beautiful on their skin. So would I recommend this blush? I will, if you know how to make it work. But if you're a little bit too scared of this color, I won't recommend it, just because it can go 0 to 100 really quick, you guys. I mean, if you put it on harshly, it's not going to come off your skin. It's going to stay right where you put it, so you have to be really careful with this one. Moving on to the next product, this is the Laura Geller Gilded Honey Highlighter. When I first heard about this, I never picked it up, you guys. Honestly, I probably waited like 8 months to even get this highlighter. But when I picked it up from Ulta and tried it on my skin, I just did not fall in love with it. I was like, what is going on? Everybody said it looks so good on the skin, so creamy, but when I put it on, it just looked so chunky. I even remember back then somebody was like, what is that on your face? I was like, what do you mean? They're like, what is that streak on your face? I said, no, she didn't just play me. But I do think if you use a certain brush with this highlighter, it will look beautiful on the skin. I do use the Morphe M432 highlighter brush now, and it looks so beautiful when I put it on my skin. So just make sure you use the right brush, and I think everything will be fine. Alright, so the next two are Kylie lip kits, and you guys already know about this. When this first came out, everybody went crazy on Instagram. But I didn't pick it up when it first came out. I waited a few months just to see what people said about it. And to be honest with you guys, I do love the colors. I do have the Mary Jo K and the shade 22. They're very beautiful colors, but for some reason, I don't like her formula. I think on my lips, when I first apply them, it's very good. But if I want to go in with a second coat, it's a little bit too heavy on the lips, and it kind of just crumbles also. So the formula is not that good to me. I don't know if she's changed it, but if she did, I'll definitely go ahead and pick up more. But these colors are beautiful, you guys. I just don't like the formula. Alright, so I do have two more products for you guys, and this one right here is a Tarte contour palette with Makeup Shayla. When this first came out, you guys, I freaked out because one, I love Makeup Shayla so much. She's so pretty and she's so funny. And two, Tarte did not have anything for contour for women of color back then. So just to hear like they teamed up, I was so excited. But this is what it looks like. It has a very beautiful contour shade, actually two contour shades, a blush, two highlighters, and also this setting powder right here for underneath the eyes. And I will say, you guys, this is so beautiful on the skin. Blends like butter. It's not chalky at all. It's very beautiful, and she got the exact shades correctly. I mean, this will give you a nice contour right here. This is the one right here. It's very rich and pigmented, and it also smells like chocolate, you guys, so that's a plus. So I do recommend this for you guys. I'm not sure if it's on Tarte, Ulta, or Sephora. I'm not sure if it's still there, but if it is, go ahead and pick it up. Okay, so last but not least is a Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette, and this is what it looks like. You guys know when this first came out, everybody went crazy. I mean, just looking at the eyeshadows, I just knew I had to get it. It had the red tones, the browns, everything that I've ever wanted in a palette. But when people got it in their hands, some people liked it, some people didn't. So when I first got it, I was like, all right, let me try it for myself. I'm not going to listen to what people said because I want to see for myself. And to be honest with you guys, this is like one of my favorite palettes that I own at all in general. The mattes here are so creamy and blendable on the skin. The only two I don't like are Rose Gold and Trust Fund, just because those are like the textured shadows. And those don't feel good at all on the eyes. Let me show you what I mean. So basically, I'm going to put my hand in Rose Gold. And on the back of my hand, I'm going to try to apply it smoothly. And I'm not sure how it's picking up on camera, but when you put it on your eyes, it just breaks apart into little chunks of glitter. And I don't like that at all. But the matte shadows are beautiful on the skin. The other shadows up here, you guys, these are so creamy. Let me show you guys what they look like. And they just swipe on so beautifully. So let me show you. Like, look at that. That is insane. But the price of $65, would I say it's worth $65? I don't know. Not 65. Maybe it was like $45. But 65, I don't think it's worth it for that. But besides that, you guys, it is a beautiful palette and I really do love it. Alright, so that's everything I do have for you guys. I honestly had so much fun filming this. If you guys didn't notice, I was just smiling the entire time because I was just so happy filming this. I love doing stuff like this. So if you want to see like a part 2 and part 3 to this, please let me know down below. But besides that, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.